Hey, this is Cameron. Welcome back to the Busy Gardener channel. Today we're going to do a quick update on where we are with our backyard renovation project. We made a lot of progress. We're just about to put the walls in. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Let's get busy. Okay, we set out a few months ago to redo and reimagine our backyard. We had this hill that was just going up the slope, and it was slowly washing down onto our patio over here and causing a real problem. Grass wouldn't grow on it. We were getting all this mounded dirt on our patio as all the runoff was coming down here. And we said, this is not serving us or doing for us what we want it to do. We've gotten so passionate about growing things, vegetables and fruit. And we said, okay, what would this look like if we were to reimagine this backyard? And what we decided on, as you've heard if you watch these other videos, is to do terraces. And so you can kind of see the ideas coming together here. Now that we've got the rebar laid in, I'm gonna watch my step here so I don't become a casualty of this thing. And so hopefully this rebar lets you know what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be putting those walls here. We're gonna be doing 3-foot high walls that are gonna go then 10 feet back, another 3-foot high wall and 10 feet back, and then another couple of feet, just kind of keeping the orchard at bay. And what we're gonna do in those beds is we're going to have those be growing beds. I've been looking at different soil options to bring in. We're probably going to be going with like a 50% topsoil, 50% like planter mix, which is going to be like compost and manures and that are going to give that organic material. And that's going to give us about a foot of soil or so. And that's going to go into each of these beds and allow us to grow in each of these things. So I always screw up the math when I'm trying to do this on the fly. I already know it's around 900 square feet, total 1,200 square feet, around 900 after we can account for walkway space. Maybe it'll be give or take some, but that is a ton of space. And so I've been reading up a ton. I've been reading on backyard farming and urban homesteading and just reacquainting myself with all of the concepts that are going to go toward making sure we're able to use this space as much as possible. Something you might have noticed since the last video is that it's actually flat here. And that's true for a couple of reasons. One, it rained, and so that tamped down a bunch of the material. But two, we ended up hauling away thousands and thousands of pounds of rocks and boulders. I mean, we still have tons of stuff and tons of material that's gonna need to be hauled away. But the main bulk of the stuff, we just couldn't give it away fast enough. We had a steady stream of people coming through, Facebook Marketplace and stuff. We just couldn't keep up with it. And I didn't want to be in the rock business for the next 10 years, giving those things away. Here are the blocks that we're going to be using. We're going to be using these split face rocks that have like a black speckle in it. And now we're having to order caps to go on the top of those. And we're probably going to go with like a dark gray that's going to line the top of the walls. And you realize you have like 100 and some feet of wall. That takes a lot of blocks. When they delivered this on our driveway, I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. There were so many of them. I think something like 800 blocks or something like that. I'm glad they did. It's going to take it. It's going to be good. But man, just the scale of that stuff is pretty astounding. So we've got the rebar set. That's going to go through and hold all of this stuff in place. That was one thing that I wanted to make sure of as we did this project, was that we didn't have to think about it again. We wanted to build the wall, do a really good job, and rather than shortchange ourselves and have to revisit it, we wanted to not have to think about it again. So this is being built really, really well, structurally sound. They're going to come pour the footing sometime soon, and we couldn't be more excited. Okay, so something that's been a development, and I don't know if it's just because I'm feeling worn out with the project or because of COVID, and I just feel like we are seriously considering not doing grass here. This was all grass. I mean, really, the whole thing, our whole backyard was grass. Same thing goes for our front yard. This has been where all the huge, gigantic rock pile ended up, and the tractor's been going back and forth. And we're seriously considering doing some sort of other thing. I know we could do some sort of planting beds, but I'm just thinking we want low maintenance. We don't want to have to think about it. So we're considering like almost like decorative rock or like walk on bark or something. We don't totally know. What do you think? we're really just throwing around a lot of ideas, low maintenance. We can't afford turf. I mean, that stuff is like $4 a square foot or whatever. We've got thousands of square feet, but you know, what other type of thing can we just put down and not have to think about again? We're honestly going to do that all of here. We're probably going to have a strip of grass that's going to go from this wall all the way to that wall. So maybe like 25 feet from the patio to the wall will be grass and all the way over. But then on the other side, like where those blocks are and over here, we just really are saying, dude, it doesn't have to be grass for us, because then we have to water it. We have to put in sprinklers. We have to mow it. I don't know. What do you think? I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of The Busy Gardener. We do a quick update on our backyard renovation project. It's fun to see it coming along. If you watch the other ones, you see that there's actual progress. And even though it doesn't look like there's a ton of progress, actually seeing the form of something built in here really is making it come alive, making it real. And so the next step, probably the next time you see this, there's going to be some sort of wall here. Maybe the caps won't be on it, but you're going to really get an idea of what we've got going on, and that's where it's going to get a lot of fun. And whether you've got one block waiting to be turned into a wall or 500, until next time, stay busy.